The wine was still dripping from my chin when my phone vibrated in my pocket. I didn't wipe my face. I didn't blink. The table was quiet in that way that hurts your ears. Glasses half raised, forks frozen. My wife's father breathing hard like he just won something. My sister-in-law smiling, sharp and proud. I stood slowly. The chair legs scraped the floor. Loud. Ugly. My hands were steady. That surprised me. I stepped away from the table and answered the call without looking at anyone. "Is it done?" I asked. A pause. "Yes," the voice said. "Everything matches." I nodded once, even though no one could see me. "Send it," I said. "Tonight." I ended the call and turned back. They were still laughing. Quiet now. Careful. They thought this was the end. It was the beginning. I used to believe respect was earned by being patient, by smiling, by keeping my voice low. I married into a family that mistook quiet for weak. That night wasn't the first time they'd tested me. The jokes, the looks, the way my wife would squeeze my knee under the table as if to say, "Please don't ruin this." Ruin what? A lie dressed up like dinner. I sat back down, picked up my napkin, dabbed my face. "I'm sorry," my wife said softly, not meeting my eyes. Sorry never means much when it comes late. Her sister leaned forward. "Don't be so sensitive." Her father raised his glass again. I watched my wife instead. Her hands were shaking. That was new. The thought had first come to me weeks earlier. Small, annoying, like an itch you try not to scratch. A message left open on her phone. Not words, just a heart, from someone saved as A. I didn't ask. I watched. She stayed late at work more often, smiled at nothing, pulled away when I reached for her hand at night. I told myself I was tired, that I was imagining things. But lies leave fingerprints. You just have to know where to look. I didn't shout. I didn't accuse. I learned her patterns. When she left, when she came back, who she stopped answering when I walked into the room. I checked phone records, dates, times. I hired someone to help me understand what I already knew. They moved quietly. So did I. At dinner, I laughed when I was supposed to laugh. I nodded when her father spoke. I swallowed every insult like a stone. I was building something, brick by brick. The email arrived at 11:47 p.m. Simple, clean, clear. Names, photos, messages. Proof doesn't shout. It sits there and waits. I didn't sleep. I didn't cry. I felt light, like something heavy had finally been set down. The next morning, I made coffee, the way she liked it. She smiled at me, nervous, hopeful. I slid the envelope across the table. "What's this?" she asked. "Open it." Her smile faded as she read. Her hands started to shake, harder this time. You followed me?" "No," I said. "You left tracks." She looked up at me, tears in her eyes. It didn't mean anything. I nodded. That's what hurts the most. We didn't argue. I didn't raise my voice. I told her what I'd done next. The phone call at dinner hadn't been anger. It had been timing. Her father's business partner had also been lying, cheating numbers, taking money, the same man she'd been meeting. Everything was connected. The truth doesn't travel alone. By morning, lawyers were calling, accounts were frozen, stories were breaking. Her family stopped laughing. That night I packed a single bag. She stood in the doorway, silent, small. "I never meant to hurt you," she said. I believed her. That didn't change anything. I walked past her and didn't look back. Some people think revenge is loud. It isn't. It's quiet, careful, fair. I didn't win. I didn't lose. I woke up the next day alone, calm and free of lies. That was enough. I don't drink red wine anymore. I don't need the stain to remember. I already know who I am, and they finally did too.